Good morning. Hello, welcome everybody. This is day 3 of the children's crafts. I've already had some photos of people joining in and making the crafts that I'm doing. It's not just paper crafts. There's all sorts there. So yesterday was a little bit messy. Sorry for any parents who had food colouring and water and cotton wool all over their house. But it's really sunny today. As you can see, I'm having to lean forward to keep out the sun. It's really, really sunny. So get them out in the garden doing this. Set up a mat out there or something and have them all playing out in the garden, making the mess out there. Make the most of the sun now. So today we are making my little friend Sock Bunny. So I'm not usually this giddy over cuddly toys, but this one's really cute because it is filled with rice, and I understand rice might not be the easiest thing to get hold of at the moment, but you could also fill this with sand, with if you've got any flour that's going out of date, anything like that, you could fill it with things like your grains and your pulses that are dried. You could fill it with what was the other thing I thought of? Well, it could be fluff. It could be like pillow stuffing or something like that, or if you've got an old teddy that's falling apart, take the stuffing out of that. Or it could be beanbag balls as well. But again, do that outside because they are going to go everywhere. But either way, I am using rice at the moment. But it is old rice. When I sorted my cupboards out, we've been sorting out to see what food we can get in the house at the moment. And of course, with the cupboards, I needed to have a bit of a clear out. And right in the back, I kind of went all the way back through the years to about 2005 and I found some old rice. So I'm going to be using that. But it's really, really simple. So let's have a look down here at what you need. Okay, so let's sit him here. Now I've got my phone. I just need to make sure we're live. So I just need to go on. You can see on my phone, actually. You can see. I just need to check that we are live. There we are. So there's me. Let's turn me down. Lovely. So now I can see the comments coming through at the same time. So Kylie, Kerry, Stuart, thank you for joining me. You've all got young children, so hopefully they can have a go at this. Really, really simple crafts, just something to keep them amused for a little while. So firstly, if you can all comment and give my little sock bunny a name, because it is completely nameless at the moment, so we need to do that. What you're going to need is a sock, okay? It doesn't have to be a fluffy one. It can be absolutely any colour, but an old sock that you can use. I've actually got fluffy ones, which is really handy, but you can use the cotton ones, whatever it may be. I've got a fork and some wool, some string, some yarn, something like that. Again, any colour, doesn't matter. I've got some buttons here for the eyes. So find those old clothes, get them together and take some buttons and things off. You should be doing that more now anyway, actually, because for crafting, they're really handy. Also, the ribbons inside clothing that go on the shoulders, particularly in ladies' tops and dresses, snip them out. You've got lots of ribbons to play with. You've got elastic bands here. You actually only need 2 elastic bands. Colour doesn't really matter, but if you can get it as close to the sock, great. Got a little bit of pink card here. Of course, like I say, your rice, you're filling whatever you want it to be. With the rice, it makes it a little bit like a stress ball, but it's entirely up to you. Whatever you can find around the house. The whole point of these videos is it's things from around the house. I've actually got a huge pair of scissors here, but of course with children, let them use the smaller ones, or please do the cutting for them. Okay, so let's get started. Can we have a name for this? Freddie. Kerry Ann has said Freddie, so we can call. Who calls a bunny Freddie? I don't know. So first of all, your sock if this can be a children's sock if you want it to be, but what we need to do first is make the body of. I'm not going to call it Freddie. I'm sorry, Kerry. Steve. Oh, that's Grace. That's my niece Grace saying we can call it Steve. Steve, again, I want my bunny to be a girl. This one's got a pink tail. Can we have a girl's name for it? I tell you what, comment for the day. I'll choose a name at the end of the day. So I'm going to put some rice into the bottom of the sock here, first of all. Now, by having the rice in the bag already, what I can do is pinch the top and I can cover the bag with the sock and then tip it in, no mess. Now, the amount is probably a good couple of handfuls there. Okay, so you can see there, that hasn't filled it up too much. That's not a huge body, but I've got more in here. So let's do the same. I'm going to put the sock over the bag and tip some in. Okay, so what you can do is tip some in and keep squishing it down until you're happy with the amount that you've got there. Let's do a little bit more. You need to make sure you save enough. This is where it gets messy because I'm going to take it out. There's a few grains there. Make sure you've got enough to make the body. And then we're going to take an elastic band, okay? I'm just not going to waste any. I'm going to pop these in as well. Take your elastic band. If you don't have elastic bands around the house, it could be a piece of string or a piece of ribbon, particularly around this part, and the other part you can put ribbon and tie a bow. That'll look really cute. Could be a bow tie, a dicky bow, or it could be then a bow in the hair or ears, around the ears. Charlie, hello, good morning. Bella, oh, do you know what? Bella the bunny, I much prefer that name. I'm sorry to Grace and to Kerry for your silly rabbit names. So you can see here, all I've done is I've tied that. So I've now got the body, and you can shape the body. So you can make it really elongated. You can make it really short and stumpy, however you want it to be. And it will move around. So just make sure you've got no holes in the bottom of your socks. Darn them up first before you do this. So then we need to make the head. So we're going to go back in with the rice. It's much easier. If you take the top off the bag of rice, you can pour it in a lot easier. Like I say, if you're just joining me, it doesn't have to be rice, because I know rice is not necessarily easy to come by at the moment. It could be a number of other things. So if you're going to use flour or you're going to use sand, please put them into like a food bag first to stop it from seeping out through any holes in your socks. Otherwise, you'll have little powder marks everywhere you put them. So you can see I've actually filled this with some more rice, but not as much as the first section, okay? So the body's got more, the head has got less. I'm going to take another elastic band and wrap it round once more. Now this one's going to have super long ears, long floppy ears, which I love. Makes it really fun. So around there, quite tight. If you need someone to do the last couple of bits for you, kids, get your parents or somebody who's looking after you to make sure that's super tight so that like, none of the rice can fall out when you tip it upside down. There we go. So now we have, you can see it coming together. We have the body, we have the head, and we have one big ear. So what we need to do is pop this in half. This is where the scissors come in. Like I say, if you don't want your children using scissors, please make sure you supervise this bit, do it for them, whatever. Just going to snip down to not quite down to where the elastic band is. So you want to leave a good ½ inch or so. And that leaves you with the bunny shape, as you can see. So our bunny needs a face now. Okay, we can have a family. Look, who did we say? Bella. So Bella, hello Michael, thank you for watching. So Bella's now got half a friend. We need to put a face on Bella's friend there. I do like Bella. So what we're going to do first, actually, before the face, is the tail. Bunnies need the little tail, don't they? So I've actually got, I'm going to do a different colour tail this time. And this is really good fun. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Just bear with me while I sort out my camera things. So just here. Oh, I'm zoomed in almost as far as I can get. There we go. Because I want to show you how to create a little pom-pom tail. So you can see I've done one here with some pink and white twine. But I'm going to do one with some brown wool. So whatever you've got laying around, it could be wool, it could be ribbons, it could be anything like that, twine, string. And what we're going to do is take a fork and just wrap this string round, not too tight. If you go too tight, you're going to struggle to get it off in a little while. There we go. So quite a lot. So probably gone round 20 times or so, or all the way round 10 times rather. 1, 2, that 20 that way. Anyway, until you've got quite a bit there. And then I'm going to snip it. Again, be careful with the scissors. There we go. So now what you need is another length of string. Not a lot, just enough. And on the fork, we need to pop it through this middle prong here, the gap in the middle. Okay, if most forks have the 4 prongs, is that what they're called? The bits of a fork. So you should have 3 gaps. But if you don't have, just roughly in the middle there, you need to put it through the middle and then back through the middle. So you're wrapping this wool around what you've just tied. And you need to tie a really tight knot, like so, okay? So we're tying all of that wool together through the middle. Good morning, Hayley. Thank you for joining. Oops, I've just pulled that off far too early, but never mind. So once you've tied that round, as you can see, you can pull your wool off. And what I'm going to do now, this is again where you need a parent helping. Pop your scissors through where the fork was. We're just going to snip these ends. Snip the ends where you had them wrapped around the fork. So the curve, so just get your scissors basically in where the fork prongs were. And some more. And any long ends like this, I'm just going to snip off. So go around and then we can fluff our pom-pom up like so. So we've now got a fluffy pom-pom tail, really cute. I did one earlier just in case. Now this one, as you can see, I've fluffed even more. So if you fiddle with it and sort of rub it between your fingers, the wool will frizz even more and you get a nice neat little pom-pom tail. Okay, so that I'm actually going to put on with some hot glue. Now I don't suggest using hot glue at home. I suggest use wet glue and leave it to dry. But I've got hot glue just to make it really quick so you can see the result as quickly as possible. Of course, if you've got a parent that's happy to use hot glue with you, that's up to you, but I don't suggest children using it on their own. So I've just glued my little tail on. Now you could also have a practice at some sewing and stitch that tail on as well if you want to. There's lots of different ways of doing it. Now our bunny needs to have a little nose, and I always think a little heart-shaped nose. Look at this. So a little upside down heart-shaped nose there is really cute. The easiest way, you saw this on day one when we did the cards, the pop-up cards with the flowers. I just want to say hello Maddie, Dex and Luca. Thank you for watching with Hayley, and hello Adam, hello Tony. Adam, yes, you have got children. You have got children as well. Tony has. So yes, I'm just making sure everyone's watching with children. You never know, there might be some adults watching and following along for themselves. So the easiest way to make hearts is to fold a piece of cardstock in half and just cut out that teardrop shape. And then when you open it up, you've got yourself a little bunny nose there. So this can also work for a lion's nose, for a cat's nose, for a dog's nose, anything like that. So we're just going to turn the little heart upside down and pop it onto our bunny. This is a little bit bigger than the last bunny nose. It doesn't matter. There we go. And lastly, these buttons that I was saying, I actually took these off of a dress that my daughter had. Now, a little tip for you, don't put the buttons too close together. And the larger buttons that you use, the cuter your bunny is going to look. So let's come back now to see these bunnies in the front view. So this is the one, oh, is it cute, that we just put together. Now what you can do is you can play at the angle and the shape of them. The ears are really long. If you want to trim those down a bit more, you can, absolutely, but they're really cute floppy ears, so I quite like them. And then we've got the one I made before. They're actually quite bulky, so picking them up with one hand. So we've got the tail on there and shorter ears on this one. So we've got the two friends with different coloured tails. It actually looks like a mummy and a baby one. So we've called this one, I think it was Bella. This one needs a name as well. But I would love to see your sock bunnies from different colours. This is obviously an old pair of socks because they're the same colour. Different colours. You can make a family of bunnies. You can vary those stuffings. So think about what you've got in your bean bags, in old pillows and old teddy stuffing and things like that. Also, I said things like dried grains and pulses if you don't want to use your rice. I've actually got old rice, and if you want to use sand or flour inside, put them inside a food bag first so it doesn't seep out. So that's how quick it is to make your little sock bunnies. So thank you for watching. Tomorrow there will be a new live. Tomorrow on Friday I'll be live, definitely. And then I finally have the weekend to get some more projects done for you. So can't tell you what we're doing tomorrow. I haven't actually decided. I haven't made my mind up yet. I'm going to do that right now. But it will be live. And don't forget, on Friday, I will be sending out a little craft package, children's craft package. It could be some pens, some paper, some stickers, who knows, to people or one person from the people who have shared photos of craft projects in the group. So there is a group. Good morning, Sally. Thank you for joining us. So there is a group on my Facebook page. So you're watching this live on the page. Thank you very much. But if you look at the groups to the page, there is Lou Collins Children's Crafts. Join that group. I need to approve it. I can't, unfortunately, allow it to automatically approve people. So I'll approve you within the day. If you can comment in there, you can post photos in there, any photos of projects that children have made. And you know what, they don't have to be what you've made from these videos. They can be things that they've made at home anyway. Maybe they've made them at preschool and school before coming in, but it's giving other people ideas on what their children can be doing. So some people, if you've posted, you'll be in with a chance of winning that bundle that I'm going to send out on a Saturday morning to one person. So stay tuned for that. So thank you so much again for joining, and I will see you tomorrow morning with another craft project. Okay, have a good day. Go out and enjoy the sunshine, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.